aggregate supply, aggregate demand, saving and investment. So we have to explain now the equilibrium level of income and output. For that we are having two approaches. First approach is aggregate demand and aggregate supply approach, and second approach is a saving and investment approach. Both the approaches have the same conclusion. It means we are saying the same thing with two different ways. And we must remember one thing, that if aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply for the equilibrium level, then this is necessary that at this level saving must be equal to the investment. We have studied that aggregate demand is equal to consumption plus investment, and aggregate supply is equal to consumption plus saving. And if we are assuming that aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply for the equilibrium level of output and income, then what that means, that consumption plus investment, that will also be equal to consumption plus saving. And if we take C as common, then what it is showing, investment is equal to saving. So this is the necessary thing, that by using both the approaches, whether it is aggregate demand or aggregate supply approach or saving and investment approach, the conclusion drawn from the both must be similar. It would be same, means we are saying the same thing with the two different ways. Now we will discuss both. Now we will discuss about the first approach, that is aggregate demand and aggregate supply approach. As we know that aggregate demand is consumption plus investment and aggregate supply is consumption plus saving. According to Mr. Keynes, the equilibrium level of income and output arises where the aggregate demand would be equal to the aggregate supply. When aggregate supply is equal to aggregate demand, then the level of income and output would be in equilibrium. And remember one thing, that aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Aggregate demand is sum total of expenditure done by the different sectors on the purchase of different goods, and this is denoted by consumption plus investment. And this consumption and investment both are planned. Means summation of planned consumption and planned investment is known as aggregate demand. Similarly, for the aggregate supply, planned consumption and planned saving would be, these comprise the aggregate supply. And for the same, we'll have to draw the diagram representing the level of equilibrium of income and employment. There we will take the aggregate demand, here we will take the level of output or income, whatever you want you can write, because we know that aggregate supply is also known as the income, national income. And aggregate supply is a curve which is at the 45-degree angle. We can write aggregate supply or Y. And for aggregate demand, we have to take the curve from the y-axis. This level we are not considering because this is the level of autonomous consumption, and aggregate demand curve would be start from here, from this level. Now see, where the aggregate demand and aggregate supply becomes equal, that would be the process of adjustment starts happening, and ultimately the aggregate demand and aggregate supply becomes equal. How? We will also do the process of adjustment. For the process of adjustment, just see or assume the condition or case 1 where aggregate demand is less than the aggregate supply. For equilibrium, it is necessary that aggregate demand must be equal to aggregate supply. But in case if it happens that aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply, then see it in the diagram. At this level, aggregate demand and aggregate supply both are equal. That is why it is the level of equilibrium. But it can also be the situation in the economy that the aggregate supply is lower or aggregate demand is less than the condition is of this area, this side. Here aggregate demand is less. As we can see there that in this case where aggregate demand is less, the level of output is not here, it is beyond this level. It means it would be here somewhere. We can take it as N1. At this point or this area, aggregate demand is less than aggregate supply, because this curve is this all area is representing aggregate supply and this much area is representing aggregate demand. So with this area we can see that there is shortage of aggregate demand. What is happening in the economy? If there is shortage in aggregate demand, it means people are not demanding. Consumers are not purchasing the consumer goods from the economy. And if consumers are not purchasing the things, but producers are supplying, producers are producing the things, what that means? They are producing the things, consumers are not demanding, they are not purchasing. It means there is undesired, which is actually not planned, undesired stock in the economy of the different goods. And undesired stock that got accumulated in the economy, and ultimately producers will stop producing the more goods, and if producers will not produce more goods, then ultimately undesired stock that can cover the demand. If they are stopping the produce of extra goods and the services, then if they stop the supply, then it would ultimately become equal to this level. Means aggregate demand and aggregate supply will ultimately become at level of equilibrium. Producers will not produce extra things, and the undesired or unplanned stock that can cover the original demand of the general public, and ultimately the situation will come where aggregate demand would equal to the aggregate supply, and the equilibrium level of both that will be established. Now take the second condition. In second condition, aggregate demand is more than aggregate supply, means this area. Under this area, what is happening? Aggregate demand is up to this level, and aggregate supply, this is aggregate supply curve, and this is the excess of aggregate demand. Now see, if this situation is happening, what that means? Consumers are demanding more goods and services in the economy, but suppliers are not supplying that much level of the goods and services. Then what is the process of adjustment? Producers have to produce or increase the level of output to cover the demand of general public. Then automatically this level will become to the level of equilibrium, where aggregate demand would be equal to the level of aggregate supply. So ultimately in the economy, the level of equilibrium is where the aggregate demand is equal to the aggregate supply, and if here is the situation or here, ultimately the situation would be covered and the process of adjustment will start, and the economy will be in the point where the equilibrium level of income and employment can be established.